The 1.55 trillion shillings the government is planning to spend to fund its programs for the next 12 months, which will include the costly implementation of the new constitution and preparations for the 2012 general elections, is the largest in independent Kenya's history. And as soon as Finance Minister Uhuru Kenyatta announced the figures, many Kenyans were left guessing as to how the government would finance the additional expenditure, given that the high cost of living and a depressed economy were expected to weigh down tax collections. One of the funding options would have been to increase taxes, but given the prevailing economic and political environment, this route would have proved neither prudent nor popular.
But we're at a point where Kenyan households and the income is already so stretched that unless that is handled delicately, it may actually lead to a reduction in consumption of those items, and then you probably would have less, or the income from it, the revenue from it may not be as high as you thought. So it's a delicate balancing act.
The second option for Treasury would be to scale up borrowing, either from the domestic market, where the government could issue more Treasury bonds and bills. The government may also borrow money from the international market, which sometimes comes with conditions that may distort government policy and is often seen as a form of external interference.
Then that may mean that government borrows more, and it has its own specific effects, one on inflation. But of course, the central bank says that that is under control, especially the inflation that comes from the monetary side.
Unfortunately, if you borrow from the market, you might actually end up increasing the interest rate.
Another more viable option would be the privatization of over 15 state-owned institutions, which have remained pending for the last 2 financial years.
The process is very rigorous, involves Parliament. Parliament is a little busy with implementation of the Constitution as well.
Now, Nairobi's expansive skyline may be an indication of a booming economy, but the question still remains, can Finance Minister Uhuru Kenyatta be able to raise enough revenues to fund a trillion-shilling economy? Henry Gedaiga, Citizen Weekend.